Alright, welcome to the Hot Shop where I'm going to give you some printmaking directions for the tutorials that you've done early on. So this is going all the way back to video number 1 where I taught you how to make a donut. I can't remember if this is the scaled up version of the donut that we did later on in the series, just to practice the use of the scale tool. But basically what we're going to get into now is making a print so that you can make a print this off on a piece of paper, hand it to somebody who doesn't have access to a digital screen like what's in front of you right now, and then go in the shop and they could fabricate this component. So let's just dive right into it. And I'm going to have you pause the video, do some independent work, call me over if you're in class so I can see that you did the independent work. And then you're going to use that experience to kind of construct knowledge after watching me model how to do it appropriately. So the quickest way to make part drawings in OnShape, this is just, again, revolutionary compared to what your parents had to do when they were in industrial arts drafting course. All you gotta do is come over here to your design tree and right click, for you Joseph, right click part 1 and then create drawing of part. Now it gets even better. If you select this button right here, 4 views, and hit the blue OK button, boom, you've got this coming in. Now, I will throw this disclaimer out there. This is something you get into in a professionally, at a professional level. Whatever business you're working for, take some time to read their prints and understand their styles. It's similar to in your English language arts class. You may have MLA versus, I think, Chicago style ways of deciding things. There will be some standards that are different from industry to industry to industry, and some styles that are different from industry to industry and from industry. Just even mechanical drafting to architectural drafting has different norms and rules. So take some time. Don't take everything I'm offering with a grain of salt. If you are from industry and you happen to be watching this video on YouTube, please throw your comments in. If I'm covering something that is incorrect to you, troll it up if you want. It won't bother me. And I'd love to hear why people do things differently across all the different types of industries, because it's up to me. I just would get to work in all of them and bring all those experiences to the classroom, but I can't be in 2 places at one time. So I'm going to share with you what I know, and you're going to create your own experience. I'm bumming over my words. That means that I've been talking too much, right? So let's just tell Mr. Barbercheck, stop talking. Okay. I'm going to delete this view. Why? You know why. It's the exact same as the other view. Not really that useful. Right? What we're looking at is the donut from the top and then the donut from the side. Okay? This is a 3D print of our donut. Top should look the same. It does. Side should look the same. Now, if orthographic projection is a new concept to you, if you're in my class, it shouldn't be. But if you still don't have it down, you should be able to kind of acquire it with enough work with this. However, I will go ahead and put a link in the comments to a video by Mr. Ron Grossinger. That's a pretty quick walkthrough for orthographic projection if it's a pill you haven't quite swallowed yet. Now, I'm going to show you something here. I wonder if we can do this. All right, let's right-click this isometric view, or double-click it. Okay, there we go. And select Show Hidden Lines. All right, it's not going to show us any hidden lines because they would happen to blend in with those lines, and we're not really looking through anything. So I kind of thought it might with my my brain's eye, which is something that's a good skill to build doing this type of thing. I had a brain fart there. Now, besides this isometric view, we really don't know that this is kind of perfectly round. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to insert a section view in our very first, this is our first print. We're already dealing with section views. What's a section view? You tell me, look at that. What do you think that A line represents and those hash marks represent? I'm going to do my quit talking thing for a second. Cut the donut in half. Right? That shows us the inside here. Right? Now, here's where I want you to pause the screen, and I want you to dimension this donut. Pause it. Make sure you pause it. Flag me down, wave me. Let me know you paused it. Dimension it, and then don't move forward until you have fully dimensioned it. I'll show you a couple things before you have to pause it. All right. First of all, basically this tool right here. Just click this tool and start clicking on the shapes and include enough information that you could hand this to a non-English speaker who knows how to read a print. He knows numbers, he knows measurements. You go down to our shop and fabricate this. A non-English speaker is going to read this print. You're going to give them just enough information to fabricate this part. Go ahead and do that. Pause it now. Use that tool. Start clicking. Add dimensions. Enough information that someone can fabricate this part. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just give it your best shot until you're content. Wave me down once you're content. I'll check that you made the effort and then move forward. So, pause. All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and add these dimensions. Basically, if you know how big your donut is, your outside diameter, okay? Then on top of it, you come over here, and you know how big this diameter is. You've got almost everything you need to know to make the part. That's all you need. A couple other things here. Center lines. What these center lines do is this is your center mark tool right here. Tell your fabricator that they're dealing with a symmetrical arc, and at that point is the center of that arc. All right, and we're also going to add lines just to kind of expand that. So I selected that tool, and we're going to go from midpoint, well, I guess quadrant point, and this will tell our non-English fabricator they're dealing with a symmetric part here. All right, that's all you need. If your numbers are different, don't worry about it. As long as you have number, center mark.